DJ Julius on the ones and twos here at Te Puke Otara Community Centre in the heart of the Promised Land. That is the 274. Before we open our proceedings this evening, we're going to open with a word of prayer. Let's pray. Thank you, Father, for this evening. Thank you for your goodness, your love and your grace. I thank you, Father, for every family represented here this evening. And Father, I thank you for every candidate that has put themselves forward to serve the great communities of Otara and Papatoetoe. Father, bless our evening in Jesus' name. And everybody said, Amen. Turn to the person on your left and say, you look amazing. Turn to the person on your right and say, I actually own Te Puke Otara. Okay, I thought that one would have gone down a bit better, but anyway. Evening, everyone, and again, a very warm welcome to Meet the Candidate event, where candidates standing for the Otara-Papatoetoe Local Board and Manukau Ward, you will have an opportunity to hear from each of our candidates. Just in terms of housekeeping, again, please, as I stated earlier before, with regards to the ground rules for this evening, and no offensive, discriminative, disrespectful, coarse or aggressive language or behaviour allowed. All candidates will be provided fair and equal opportunities to speak. If anyone does not respect our ground rules and disrupts the meeting, they will be asked to leave or be removed by security. And again, for all our candidates, please be respectful of all our candidates when they speak. Give your full and undivided attention. And with that, family, all your phones on mute and silent, please. Mute or silent, that will be greatly appreciated. Overview of the night, very shortly we're going to hear from the candidates, and then there will be an opportunity for networking after the event as well. Now, with regards to our candidates, please listen carefully in terms of the timekeeping, and this is the way that it's going to work. Let me make my way over to the timekeeping table here. Good. Each candidate will receive 1 minute exactly for each question. So we have questions that were emailed out to you recently. At the 30-second mark, candidates, you will hear this. That is the indicator that you have 30 seconds remaining. Once your 1 minute is up, this is what you'll hear. And you will stop wherever you are in your answer. And then if you go beyond that, get off, okay? So 1 minute exactly, and this is all part of the ensuring that all candidates receive fair and equal time. Okay then, big round of applause for all of our candidates, family. And so the first question for this evening, it's an introduction, a time to hear from each of our candidates, cultural, professional background, and maybe why you wanted to stand for Otara-Papatoetoe. And so if we can begin with our speaker on the far right there. Thank you, young man. Oh, make sure that your microphone's turned on. Right here. You are the young man. Yes, oh, when you finish, pass on.
1, 2, 3. There we are. When now?
Yep. Yeah.
Kia ora koutou, talo whalava malore lei. My name is say Pele Nili, or you just call me Pele. And do I stand in front?
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah.
Who loves Otara? Yeah. Okay, so my family's been in Otara for 55 years plus. My grandfather's last sibling she's still around, and that's the lineage to Whanana Efeso, that's Efeso's mum. My family's done so much in this community where we've implemented our talents and all our resources in sports, cultural, especially music. That's my background, entrepreneurship, and I just want to see the rangatahi nurture Otara's heritage, but right till 2050. Peace.
Well, e ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā hu e whātihi muri ora. My name is Tōpou Whalau, and I am, firstly, I'm a dad and also a husband, and then I've got a big family that is supporting me and also my community as well. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently an elected member on the Otara-Papatoetoe local board for the Otara subdivision, and my profession is that I'm a therapist with a specialisation in mental health and also addictions as well, and general counselling. And I'm running with my team, so it's not just me, I'm running with my team from Otara, Ia Manaya, and also Apolu as well, because we have the heart, the experience, and the professionalism to get the job done.
My name is Paramjit Singh. I'm from Papatoetoe. I'm just lived here so long, since 90. I got married like you guys and raised my family with 3 daughters, beautiful daughters. I'm serving my community so many years, not now, before electing these elections. I'm still doing that. I promise you I will do it again. And I got a big business here, like you guys, your family. I'm looking after you all. That's all. I want to say anything else.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Sandeep Saini, your local board candidate from Papatoetoe, and my team is Papatoetoe Otara Action Team. So I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have 2 sons. One is 15 years old and one is 4 years old. And that's it. Any questions, I'm happy to take it. And I'm running my business from Manukau and Otahu as well. So my brand name is Roberts Burger. So I teach in MIT in 2017 to 19 as a lecturer. So I teach welding, so I have connection with the young kids, so I can teach them, I can take them in a right path. So I have a ability to take the young ones, especially to taking them on right path. Thank you very much.
Kia ora and good evening and namaste. My name is Kushma Nair and I originate from Fiji Islands. And I'm married with 3 adult children. In fact, I have lived in Auckland for the last 35 years, and I was a banker most of my life, working for BNZ and Bank of India. I look forward to serve the community because I've spent about 13 years of my life in Papatoetoe. I've been doing business up in Papatoetoe and still do, as a discount kitchens. And I look forward to serve with my team, which is the Papatoetoe Otara Action Team, to make a difference in Papatoetoe. And I also would like to extend my services to the Otara people as well. Thank you.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Namaste, good evening. I'm Kunal Bhalla. I'm a local in Papatoetoe for the last 16 years, and I stand here today in front of you. For far too long, the same leadership has failed us in delivering what we really need. Our young people still lack in pathways, so I'm advocating apprenticeship, I'm advocating training hubs, and for better links for school to employment. As someone of Indian descent, I'm deeply proud of my roots, but I'm here for everyone, for Pacifica, for Maori, Chinese, Pakeha, and all cultures. Together, we make Papatoetoe strong. I'll support local businesses, push revitalize Hunters Corners, Otara Market, and ensure safer, thriving neighborhoods. I'm not a career politician. I'm one of you. I want to become the voice of Papatoetoe for the things that really matters, us and our families. I'm not perfect.
Thank you, that is your time. Thank you.
Kia ora, good evening everybody. My name is Chris Latham. A bit about me, I work in Papatoetoe High School. Married to a beautiful tini Samoa, inherited a big Samoan family. Live in Papatoetoe, work there, very passionate about our community, our communities of Otara and Papatoetoe. Obviously we understand that we represent a very wide area which is vibrant, many different communities, Pacifica, Maori, Indian, New Zealand, European, so we need to be the voice and the heart for all of those communities. Big part of the reason why I'm standing is because our area has a bit of a decline in terms of public safety and rubbish and things like that lately, so very passionate community person. I volunteer here in Otara on a Monday night with the community kitchen. I'm also involved in our Papatoetoe Central Rotary Club, so doing a bit in the community, and that's a little bit about me, and I would appreciate your support. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kia ora koutou katoa, malo, lava le soifua maua, malelangi mama, warm Manukau greetings to you all. My name is Lotu Fuli. I'm one of your current Manukau Ward councillors, and I'm standing for re-election alongside our brother Al Filipaina on the Labour ticket. Manukau, I still believe, is the face of the future. We are the example for the rest of our city and our country in how a community lives together, celebrates our diversity, is inclusive and connected. But we remain underserved under the current regime, under the current mayor. The funding model will mean that our local boards will have a shortfall of $1 million to $1.5 million going forward. So we need to fight against that. We need strong voices to advocate for you. Alf and I are battle hardened. I've learned a lot this term, and we will continue to fight hard for you, the people of Manukau. Let's go.
Tēnā koutou katoa, malo le soifua maua, malilangi e mama, malo le lei, ni hao, namaste, warm Pacific greetings. Hey, I'm really proud to be standing here in front of you because I'm from this community. I am standing here from South Auckland. My name is Carol Avour, and I'm here because it's time for a change, people. If you're happy with what's been happening in our community, vote for the people, the leadership that have let us down. Because you know what? If you look at Auckland City, you look at Remuera, you look at here, our parks are not the same. Our resources are not the same. We're supposed to be Auckland City. We're ratepayers, they're ratepayers. I'm going to go to war. I'm going to fight for you.
Thank you. That is your time. Thank you. 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ngā mihi nui kia tātou katoa. Warm Otara greetings to everyone. My name is Swanee Nelson. I am a local Otara resident, born and bred. I am a local business owner. I'm also the founder of a charitable trust that has its roots very much inbred here in the heart of Otara. I actually used to be on the local board for 2 terms, and I actually resigned from the board in the last term so I could actually focus more on my own family. My kids, put your hands up. And my husband, who's a local teacher at Tangaroa College, because I've been working in community for decades, and sometimes you need to take stock and look at your own whānau so you can come back out and do more for the community. So I'm happy to be running with my team who are independent, Zach Talua, who is the youngest candidate in all of Auckland, because we need youth representation, and Futika for Papatoetoe. There's a lot that Otara and Papatoetoe need, but we'll get into that with the other questions. Kia ora.
Talofa lava everyone, kia ora koutou katoa, and warm Pacific greetings to you guys all. Hi guys, my name is Zach Tulua. I am 22 years young, and I am in my final semester studying a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in Event Management over at AUT. I was born and bred for all 22 years of my life here in Otara. I lived on Velvet Crest, moved over to Dawson. The reason why I'm standing for the Otara-Papatoetoe local board is because I believe we need, let me just slow down, you guys are making me nervous. I believe that we need to amplify the youth voices, and we need to ensure that our students and our youth here are heard, because our rangatahi are the future of our community. Thank you guys.
New Zealand has one of the highest rates of family violence in the developed world. 1 in 3 women are going to experience domestic abuse by an intimate partner. And if we include psychological and emotional abuse, that goes up to 1 in 2. 50% of intimate partner violent deaths or homicides are due to family violence. When we look at youth suicide or child suicide rates, New Zealand ranks one of the worst, if not the worst country. Also, if we look at homelessness in Aotearoa, Tāmaki Makaurau alone, Auckland alone, has had an increase of over 50% of homelessness. But if we look at those that are most affected and those that are most impacted, it is our youth, the future of our community and the future of our country. And so my mahi, I work in a youth space supporting youth that are experiencing youth homelessness. I've also got experience working in the rehab facilities. And more recently, I was the National Ministry of Justice, senior trainer around family violence and sexual violence, educating and training our court systems and staff around how to navigate.
Thank you, Foti. That's your time. Thank you.
I'm going home.
Kia ora, namaste, malolele, and satsakal to all. My name is Raj Singh. I'm a principal solicitor at Legal Associates here locally in Papatoetoe on East Tamaki Road. I live in Papatoetoe and I work in Papatoetoe for last more than 10 years. We got 5 branches. We employ more than 30 staff here in Papatoetoe. I was the president of a Rotary Club Papatoetoe Central. We have done more than 16 projects headed by females. That's a woman empowerment we have done. I'm a board chair of Papatoetoe Cricket Club, 116 years old, more than 300 players working for us, playing for us. So that's a youth empowerment. I have the skills in terms of negotiation, management, and making your case. So we need to bring a better Papatoetoe inclusive in Auckland. Thank you.
Yeah, Tailofa lava. My name's Apuru Risa Otanga, and I'm the current chair of the Otara-Papatoetoe local board, and I humbly stand before you asking for your support, not only for me but for our other Labour candidates. I'm a lawyer by training. I was working for some law firms in the city, and I've decided to come back out south because this is my home. This is who created me. I actually was on a train going into the city, and the boss said, okay, in the weekend you need to come and work on this job. And the job was to screw over the cleaners in the hospital. And that really challenged me. What was the point of me getting an education? Why did my parents sacrifice all those hours in the factory floors for my education? And so hence why I'm offering my professional experience, my lived experience in South Auckland to serve the people of Otara and Papatoetoe. Whaftai lava.
Kia ora, good evening. I'm Dr. Ashwa Chowdhury. I'm a former academic, professor at Massey University, and also a former member of Parliament. And now I'm serving as a local board member and very proud Labour Party member. For 50 years, I'm very proud being Labour Party. This is part of my equity and justice. The way we want to do is make sure that all our people feel they are represented, they are respected, they are valued. And this is a kind of policy that I have in Parliament and also in local board, that we respect and value all our people. This is what I will continue to do so. Thank you.
Kia ora, talofa, malolele, sasriyakal. Myself, Avinash Kaur Daliwal. I'm running from Papatoetoe under Labour ticket. I'm the first Asian female who got ticket from Labour Party. I feel so lucky for that. And Labour work from hard for the community. I'm so lucky to have seniors who is elected members in local board. They are mentoring me. I am Justice of Peace, married celebrant and teenager mom, and running a small business in Papatoetoe called Papatoetoe Kettle Corn. As I'm a local, I want my community to be cleaner, safer, and more inclusive. Vote for Labour team. Thank you.
Kia ora, malolele. My name is Vihausia, Deputy Chair of the Otara-Papatoetoe Local Board. And it's humbling to stand before you once again to seek your confidence to continue serving you and your family on the Otara-Papatoetoe Local Board. I'm a New Zealand-born Tongan, born and raised right here in South Auckland. My background's in civil engineering, and I've been practicing for almost a decade now. I'm proud of the work that we've done together over the past 3 years. We've fought for funding equity. We've upgraded and renewed a lot of our playgrounds. We fought very hard to protect our leisure centres, invested more than $750,000 into our community through our grants program. I've only got a minute. We've done heaps. But despite that, there's so much more to do. I'm proud of our communities,
But man, I know that it can be better. And I know that you know that it can be better too. I'm seeking re-election onto the Otara-Papatoetoe local board alongside my Labour candidates. Thank you.
Round of applause for all our candidates. Thank you for those introductions. Our first question this evening, candidates. What are the three main issues that matter most to the Otara-Papatoetoe community right now? That question again. What are the three main issues that matter most to the Otara-Papatoetoe community right now? We'll see it.
Thank you. So I'm standing in the Papatoetoe subdivision, and the three issues that I will put forward as the main issues is, firstly, safety remains a stain on our community. Particularly in Papatoetoe, there's a large proportion of Southeast Asian population, and this demographic is overrepresented as victims of crime. The second thing that I would say is housing intensification is putting pressure on our infrastructure, on our roads, on our parking, on our pipes, water, wastewater, stormwater. We must continue to strengthen pathways for our youth. We've got the youngest demographics in Auckland, and we will continue to grow younger. So it's important that we have strong pathways for youth after they leave high school into training, into education, or into the workforce. Those are the three main issues that I am campaigning on and passionate to continue on advocating for. Thank you.
As I mentioned before, I would like to see Papatoetoe cleaner, safer, and more inclusive, where I am raising my family teenager daughter. Everyone wants their family to be safe while they're walking on road, while they're going for grocery shopping, while they're going for the church. They want safer community. Local board has limited capacity. Not under national level, there is more authority to do that. We can provide more cameras, more security, and rubbish. And second is my rubbish. We can provide more education in schools that how to recycle stuff, how to throw rubbish, organic material in the proper space. You can see in the Papatoetoe, everywhere there is rubbish here and there. We want cleaner, like other parts of New Zealand. I've been to so many places. We want Papatoetoe cleaner as well. And more
Thank you, that is your time.
Well, thank you. What two of my colleagues have just said about safety and security is very important for all of us, and particularly in Hunter's Corner, there have been a lot of robberies and all that. We are very concerned about it. We're going to continue to advocate to the government and the higher level council. The two things I really want to say tonight here, the two projects I have in mind, and we are working on it right now. One is having a community centre in Old Papatoetoe. So that's one in our plan now. And secondly, Sports Bowl. We want a good facility in Otara side, in Sports Bowl, where there's a dog racing. Dog racing is going next year, and we want to plan that for future sports complex there, a beautiful one, so our younger people, particularly in South Auckland and Otara, can enjoy the life. Thank you.
The first issue that I would like to raise is about Te Tiriti, that this country was founded on the signing of the treaty. And so we've seen this central government pull away from those rights of tangata whenua and mana whenua. And so what can we do in terms of local government? We can share the decision-making table with mana whenua. And so we've looked at joining co-governance with our mana whenua on decision-making around our parks, our naming of our buildings, and we want more, because the Māori tangata whenua deserve to be at the decision table as well. The second one is the cost of living. And so everyone knows it's pinching our pockets, and in particular in South Auckland. And so we will support entrepreneurship. We were the ones that supported the lamb buns guy in Otara when the business association wanted to kick them all out. We were saying, no, these are people trying to survive on the bread line. So let's support that. And then lastly, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My main work will be working with the safety that's in Papatoetoe, with ram raids, with the shop attacks. It's very important for all the neighborhoods and business people to provide them that kind of security and safety so everybody on the road is safe. And second thing will be supporting local businesses. As you know, in Papatoetoe, we got 2 business associations there. They need a good support. Say takeaway, a dairy shop, a retail shop, a Indian restaurants. So they are struggling with their turnover. They need more and more support from the community. So from our local government side, there is a bids. So we need to work on the bids. We need to provide them bid support so they can do more and more business. So the employment is sustained in Papatoetoe. And third thing will be diversity in Papatoetoe. As you have seen, our South Asian community is there, so we want more inclusion.
Thank you, that's
in
your
the
time.
local
Thank you.
board.
Sorry, I forgot to say, my name is Puke and I'm standing for Papatoetoe. Papatoetoe is one of the most ethnically diverse community in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland, and it's important that our services should represent that because diversity is our strength. And so I stand for 3 things. I stand for opportunities for young people to thrive and succeed. Young people are resources to be developed, not problems to be managed. I also stand for safer homes and safer families, because when we have safer families, we get safer communities. And then I also stand for opportunities for businesses to grow. Not only just the current businesses, but the businesses that are still staying dormant within the minds of our people. And it's important that we provide opportunity for our whānau and our people to birth those ideas if we resource them well. Yeah!
Sweet. My first main issue is going to go off what V said, is amplifying our youth voices. Too many times the decisions in the local board are being made for us, not by us and with us. And there's no youth voice present on that table to make those decisions, to represent our generations. The second one that I want to go off is supporting affordable and safe homes for our people in Otara. We want our people to stay in Otara and we want them to remain local, not be forced to move out due to unsafe reasons. My third and final would be the Treaty of Waitangi, honoring the Treaty of Waitangi, because we're on this land because of them, because of the history that they went through. They can't sacrifice all of that just for us to disrespect the treaty. And so I think by that we're honoring the treaty by voting on our Māori back onto our panels. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, Zach. I've got 5, but it's important for the community to realise that you've got Otara candidates in Papatoetoe, but when you're voted on, your lens needs to be over both Otara and Papatoetoe. So for me, the issues that are common between Otara and Papatoetoe is the cost of living, health, housing, safety, and ensuring that our businesses are thriving. Those are shared things across the community. Now, I recognise that many of these issues are actually trickling down from government, especially in the past year with the new changes. Some things we can't change as a local board member because you need to understand what you can actually do within your role. So it's what can we do within a local board role to alleviate a lot of the things that we're suffering across both communities as a result of these changes that are coming down from above. So housing, health, rangatahi, honouring and getting Māori representation back to the board. I was the only Māori on the local board and it was hard for me to resign off because leaving that left a seat empty with no Māori, and that's why I want Māori representation back on the board, because Māori will represent all.
Thank you, Swanee, that's your time. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Carol Avoa. I'm running for Auckland City Council representing Manukau Ward. I had the privilege of walking around our community, Otara and Papatoetoe, and the people told me, because I'm representing you, I'm one of you, they told me their issues were cost of living. Everything costs too much. They told me that, you know what's important? Our youth, they need something. And I stand for youth development. They also told me that safety, public safety, just like all of us, they want their families to be safe. What can I do? You give me your voice, and I'll be our voice at the Auckland City Council. I will fight for us. I will say to them, these are our issues. We need to address them. We need your support to put our issues up there. So let me be your voice. I'm Carol Avoa. Vote for me.
Malo, I agree with many of the previous speakers. As your Manukau ward councillor, these are the issues that have been brought to my attention. Cost of living crisis, alcohol-related harm, dog issues across South Auckland, flood resilience and climate emergency, and te tiriti in the place of Māori in decision-making. I'm only going to speak to one because of the time. That's the flood resilience. When the floods hit Auckland, Councillor Alf and I and the local board in Mangere Otahu, we hit the ground. We were there every day. We opened up our own civil defence centre because the Mayor's office failed to show leadership in that space. So we opened one up in Mangere. People came in their flood-soaked clothes looking for shelter and looking for help. We secured $53 million in partnership with the government. That flood resilience work has started now. I did a site visit just the other day with Councillor Alfalapaina to make our area safer for the next flood that will come. And that's my time, I think. Kia ora. Plus, I voted for Māori wards. Yes, go.
Thank you. So I'm standing in the Papatoetoe subdivision, but like Swanee mentioned, we represent the Otara-Papatoetoe local board. So the main issues that I've been hearing from the community, pretty much a copy and paste of what my good friend V said. Infrastructure, we've had a massive influx of population. Our infrastructure is not fit for purpose. We walk around, our footpaths are not safe for our elderly and our disability community to get around. Number two, cleanliness. We want to maintain our weekly rubbish collection. Council floated the idea of a pilot for a fortnightly rubbish collection. We definitely do not want that. We want to keep our community clean. And as well as that, echoing what everyone else said, public safety has deteriorated rapidly over the last few years, so we want to work with our Papatoetoe Community Patrol, make sure there's a police presence, New Zealand Police, make sure AT is present, especially in peak times and in busy business peak areas. There's plenty more, but we've only got 60 seconds, and I actually managed to do it under time. So my name, Chris Latham, Papatoetoe Subdivision. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Kunal. I think tonight we all can agree that public safety in Papatoetoe is one of the major issues. I stand for that. There are many issues that I can talk on tonight, but the three main things that I'll talk about tonight is public safety. Our shopkeepers are not safe. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about businesses. If we can't provide safety to them, we cannot expect business to flourish. If there are no business, no jobs, the community goes back. Second main issue that I want to talk about is rubbish. As my friend said, rubbish collection is a major thing that's happening right now. We want to bring it back to weekly collection. We want to keep it that way, and we stand for that. We also want to stop the illegal dumping that's happening around, and if the rubbish collection goes to fortnightly collection, it will increase. Third and most important is the public spaces, and which includes the parking and local facilities. There is a lot of parking issue going around. We want to improve that. We want to work for that. There are no public toilets. You'll be surprised to know Papatoetoe doesn't have a single public toilet facility. Nothing for shopkeepers, nothing for anyone. Thank you.
I'm Kushma Nair, your candidate for Papatoetoe, representing the Papatoetoe Otara Action Team. Now, my fellow member has already said a lot of things about safety and rubbish. My stance would be to see that we spend grants and monies coming in through the ratepayers wisely. As you know, there's been a lot of wastage in the past. We need to see that the community receives these grants and services where the needs are. And my stance will be to advocate for the people who basically vote for me. If I'm in the board, I will work for the people. And as fellow members have said, that we have a diversity of population, and it's not for one particular community, it's for all our community in Papatoetoe. We need to have better services in Papatoetoe and Otara because we are the ratepayers and we need to have amenities. Thank you.
That's your time.
Hello, my three key issues are, first is homelessness is too much in Papatoetoe and Otara. So they are also a citizen of New Zealand. They are also have a life to live in New Zealand. So we have to help them to put them on a proper care. They're not going to live on the roads, sleeping on the roads, while dying on the roads. So we are very good-hearted, everyone. So I think so we have to work for them as well. It's not that they're sitting there, we are sitting inside cozy homes and they live there. So that's the one thing. Second thing, youth empowerment and women empowerment. Youth empowerment is the one you can take our youth to the sports. You can take studies, like I can teach welding. So I know heaps of kids I teach, those who are Maori, Island boys, Tongan boys, Indian boys, all of the community I serve as a lecturer. So I know they are very good boys. They just need a way to go. I think so. Those are the 3 key issues. Thank you.
I'm again Paramjit Singh. You can call me Jeet Singh as well. Everybody cover everything. Safety, health and issues, rubbish, so many issues there. If you start repeating that again, no point. It's time to take action. I don't believe on wordings, speakings. I believe on action. I think this is a time to take action rather than talking. Health and safety is the issue. Rubbish is the issue. Our education for new children, new kids is most important for that. There should be proper educated people should be in New Zealand who should look after each other. Not only one community, all the wider communities. I think I request each and everybody, please take care of each other neighbors. Everybody, this is main issue. To look after each other. First our neighbor, then something else. Thank you very much.
It's a bit painful to sort of hear some of the challenges that our community is going through, because I know, I lived and grew up here. So to hear things like poverty, to hear things like the cost of living, it's not just something we're talking about, it's something we actually experience. I sat for a report that the Salvation Army did and what the state of the nation, they said 25% of people are without food currently. And in places where high Māori and Pacific, it's 50%. Of our families. That's our families that we're talking about. Let me just jump straight to what we do at council to try and combat that, because a lot of that stuff sits at council, central government. But what we try to do with our powers is we try to fight to stop the privatization and charging of our pools and stuff like that. Our libraries, not to decrease them, but to improve them. Keep it there for our young people so they can spread, so they can get out to and use them. And that's the things we have to fight for. There are other things that they're looking to use CCTV to find our people, which we stood up and fought against.
Thank you.
Okay, Otara, top 3 key main issues: protecting Otara's heritage and culture while shaping growth into a thriving city. Right? Do you know they've switched the regional lines? We're shrinking. Otara, we're shrinking. They're hinting. I'm sure these people on the board a few years ago knew what was going on. But my thing here is to bring awareness and information. From Dawson to Tupu Library all the way down there, the water rates in that is Ormiston. I'm talking about the Tupu Library and the park. That's Otara. But why are the water rates with Ormiston? We're shrinking. Our regional lines are shrinking. What's going on here? See, making housing and local development fair. All right? And passionate about the rangatahi. My focus is on the currency of Otara, and that's the people. Us, we're the currency of Otara. Without Otara, we can't make it brave. You see what I'm saying? We're sick of people judging us. We're the first people that they talk about around the world. And, we're always the mocking. Why? Because there's something special about us. We're the swag. We set trends from hip-hop to music to hip-hop dance. Everything we do, we set it off.
How's it going? Just me, my purpose is just to reach out to the young homies, the young kids, boys and girls, South Auckland, just to show them that we can all do this, just to show them that it's possible to do things like this. And to also, I got a goal to also build a platform for kids that, to utilize into what they're actually good at, like sports, music, whatever they decide to do. My goal is to just do important things for the kids and for the community. I also have a goal to make the parks more safe, put more lights around the park. Also do put some barbecues there if it's possible. Like whatever's possible, I'll be doing it for the hood. I'm from Papatoetoe Action Team, and yep, thank you.
Round of applause for all our candidates. We are now going to take a 5-minute break, family. So toilet break, get some refreshments, a little bit of networking time for our candidates to stretch your legs. And when we come back, 2 final questions before the end of our evening. Thank you. So just with the questions, 30 seconds, you'll hear me do it one bang, and then when it's 3, that's your time up. Okay, thank you. atu mano le nei ni sambola tarohani tako. Jambo, Ustaz Salahat Salamat Malam, Shalom Alahon, Marhaba Salam, Assalamu Alaikum. That's the end of your break. Now start making your way back to your seats. Come on, come on, come on, Otara. Heshko. Big thank you to DJ Julius on the ones and twos, Blue Spur Consulting Limited, Lawanai, Zebrina, Fale, Elena and the team, Antonio, Dunamis Security, Iseka and the team on G2G Productions, and to those joining us live on Blue Spur Consulting Limited Facebook page for part 2 of our Meet the Candidate event here at Te Puke Otara Community Centre, 20 Newbury Street in Otara. As you make your way back to your seats, family, again, please, phones on mute or silent. Please, phones on mute or silent. Candidates, take up your positions, please. Aya, tati chanana, hati chanana. Thank you, Otara, if you can make your way back to your seats. Kia ora. I'll just get my timer set up so that we're good to go. Awesome. Yes, Otara and Papatoetoe. We are family. Good, good, good. Everyone, please, if we can take our seats. Candidates, please, up to the front. And again, phones on mute or silent. That will be great. Okay, family, again, a very warm welcome to the Meet the Candidate event. Otara-Papatoetoe Local Board and Manukau Ward. Now, we've got the microphone there. So, our second to last question, and you can turn it on, or you just need to turn it on. Our next question to our candidates this evening: what's your plan to support youth opportunities in the community? Again, what's your plan to support youth opportunities in the community? Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. My plan, I'm sort of already doing it. I do a bit of mental health awareness, and I reach out to adults as well as kids, as well as elderly, as well as I can reach out to babies as well. Anybody, pretty good of anything and anyone. Yes, there is. We also reach out to people that's going through suicide and stuff. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. So I'll be running suicidal awareness walks, and a few with a brother named Thomas Polo, and I've also ran one of these in Brisbane, and also going to run another one before Christmas in Brisbane as well. The brother's also going to run one in Gisborne. So thank you very much. Thank you.
This is cool. Okay, I'm a co-founder of Groove House Music. Started 25 years ago, and I've been doing self-funded programs ever since then. And when I mean self-funded, comes out of my pocket, out of my brother's pocket, and all the members. So the only agenda that I have here, bro, is, again, like I said, the currency is the people of Otara for me in my heart. Old school, new school is true school. We need the past, which is the heritage, to build a present day and a better future. What I'm doing at the moment right now is trying to get a space here so we can create a hub, so we can get all our talented kids, creatives from film, music, whatever they're doing, grooming, and house them under one roof so we can be one village, utilize our resources so that we can make Otara brave again. Sweet.
Okay, so for me, I I used to be a counsellor who used to work a lot with our young people, and now I train a lot of our counsellors or clinicians who work with them. One of the experience I used to have was working with young people who are on the high risk. They call it the sort of the high risk, but high in need in terms of work. So that's my area of specialisation. So when I bring it into the board, I look out, so people and staff and other groups, like these awesome groups here that people are talking about, that them running, and I sort of just put that into my head. Would this work in our community? Because I know our community, and I usually say yes or no if I don't think it works. But I'm a big supporter of what works for our community. That's why I've supported things like the Youth Hub, funding them. I've supported things like TOPS because I know that those sort of things work. And also with organisations that works with our high-risk ones, because that's my area. Thank you.
I think first of all, pathway to education, training and work employment. We should teach our kids, youth generation, to get educated, get proper trainings, to get their futures in bright futures. If they go to trainings, education and employment, they can work for the communities, they can look after their families, kids and upcoming generations. I think education is most important, training and another thing, employment. If the three things together, I think we can get our kids, coming kids, on the top level. Thank you very much.
I think so. We have our younger generation is a future for our country. So we have to invest on our young kids. Those going to be a brighter future of the country. So you can go for in sports, in technical lines, engineering, civil engineering, marines, or mechanical engineering. So we want our kids to go in education so they can upgrade their skills and they can serve the country and they can work for our future. This is just a started. So we have to start this from today, invest in the youngsters. They are the better future for us. Thank you.
Thank you. As I have lived in New Zealand for 35 years and I brought up 3 adult children, all my children are successful. I've got a banker in my family, I've got a nurse in my family and a lawyer in my family. So I can see opportunities in New Zealand for everybody. And that is my aim, to advocate for our youths, because if we invest in our youths now, that will be our future for all of us once we retire. So it is about time we advocated for them for apprenticeships, for programs in our community centers, so that we can keep them busy and let them grow with the technologies and things that is coming around now. So it is very important if you compare the training and things which we received in our days. Now it's more advanced, so we have to make sure that they get that facilities. And that is what my aim would be, to advocate for that if I become a local board member. Thank you.
I'm a father of a young girl. One thing is clear. My vision is our youth doesn't need empty promises. They need more pathways. We need to create more apprenticeship. We need to create a training program. We need to create a pathway for them to be employed. If we cannot do that, we are losing ourselves. Our youth is our future. We are not investing on anyone else. We are investing on ourselves. If I'm elected, I would like to see more partnerships with the sports clubs, with the cultural clubs, with the youth clubs. I would like to see them in there doing something that they should be doing and not out on the streets where they shouldn't be. That's what my vision is. Thank you so much.
I think we can all agree that investing in our youth is investing in our community, and our community as a whole will benefit from that. So working in a high school, I can understand and appreciate how important it is to have our kids in structured programs like Tupo touched on with TOPS. It'll be really good to have a youth hub in Papatoetoe and bring back the one here in Otara that just recently closed down, which was a real sad news. So investing at a local board level, what we can do, the funding to work with our local sports clubs, arts, leaderships, mentoring, get the kids in programs, and like Kunal touched on, keep them away from all of those negative things that they could slip into if they haven't found a pathway that's there for them. So that's my answer. Cheers.
Kia ora, so I'm a councillor on Auckland Council, so we do things regionally. So I do want to talk about some of the regional things we do for young people. We have the Thriving Rangatahi Plan. That's based off the I Am Auckland plan that was fed into and created by young people across Auckland. I took a busload of young people from Otara to the Youth Summit a few years back, and they participated in the creation of that plan for young people. We also have the Youth Advisory Panel. That's part of our deliberative democracy model. We're trying to engage meaningfully with different sectors of our community, including young people. So that panel, we seek their advice and we engage with them on all plans across council, including things that are relevant for youth and including bylaws. We have the Young Enterprise Scheme, where we put some money into encouraging young people to be entrepreneurs. And I'm happy to say that the schools in this area, schools like Di La Salle, Otago College, Tangaroa College, do really well in the Young Enterprise Scheme. And lastly, our libraries and halls. Let's go.
Like I said, it's time for change. Otara-Papatoetoe, our community have said one of our major priorities is our youth. That tells me that our youth are not being resourced. At the Auckland City Council, if you give me our voice, I will advocate for our youth. And I plan to get those youth hubs back. Mayor Wayne Brown, why did you take Otara's youth hub away? Our community have said youth are a priority. You're not listening to our community. I'm calling you out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight for our community, for our youth, because I believe that's what we need. Yes, we've got advocates, but you know what? We need someone sitting at that table, and we need someone like me, because I'm going to be our voice. It's not what I want, it's what our youth want. It's what you tell me.
Thank you. That's your time.
Thank you.
I've been working with rangatahi in Otara and Papatoetoe for 2 decades now. I'm actually the founder of the Otara Youth Hub, and also the only motorbike academy, yes, motorbike, you heard that right, that we set up for our Bike Life boys here in Auckland, and an initiative also in the town centre that actually supports our rangatahi to get work experience, because it's really hard for them to get employment opportunities right now. So in terms of on the ground, I've been doing it for years, and between me and my husband, we've licensed probably 3/4 of the Otara and Papatoetoe community, because he's the #1 driver's license instructor in New Zealand. Terry Nelson, put your hands up. If you need your license, send your rangatahi here. In terms of a local board role, what can you actually do? So if I was to go in, we have some amazing opportunities that our local board have. One of them is the pursuit of excellence grants. Not many of our rangatahi know that's available for them to support them towards their dreams and their moemoeā. I would want to ensure that that grant stays, that nothing gets cut there, and that more rangatahi know that that's available for them. Also, get Zach on. He needs to be on.
Thank you. That's your time.
Us rangatahi are the future of our communities. Us youth, we are the future of Otara. So I think that we should start by creating pathways for our young ones to get into these job opportunities, into apprenticeships, like the past candidates have said. I think that we need to work with them, work beside them, and get their insights on what they want to see in our communities. So things like the central government that has done was shut down our Otara Youth Hub, and that was a youth hub that was keeping our rangatahi out of the streets, out of trouble, because we do face stereotypes, and us South-Auckland kids were born into these stereotypes. And if we're not giving them the opportunity, not giving them the voice, then what are we doing on the local board? Thank you guys so much.
My career started working with the top 20% of young offenders here in Tamaki Makaurau to help re-engage and reconnect them back to their families, education, employment and training. Currently, I'm a youth development manager for a PTE, and we support young people that aren't engaged in education and training, and we help support them around their mental health concerns. The reality is, whānau, education, employment, that's the goal. But how are our young people supposed to achieve these goals if they're battling with mental health concerns? And if we look at youth homeless in our country is on the rise. So you tell me, how are you supposed to show up to work when you haven't had somewhere to sleep, if you haven't had any food, if you haven't even taken care of yourself in terms of hygiene? And so I stand for these things, that the mental well-being of our children must come first. And I'm here to ensure that the resources are put in place so our young people's well-being can be taken care of. Mauri ora.
Thank you. As a Papatoetoe Cricket Club board chair, currently more than 300 youths are with us as a players, including our Rangatahi. It's a male, female, and I think woman cricket team trains with us. So we are their home ground. For youth, sports is a very good way of strengthening their mental well-being and their future. Through sports scholarships, you get into good colleges, year 9, year 10. Just in the morning, I was talking to somebody whose son got a hockey scholarship from Colmar Trust, Youth Support, and now they're studying in King's College, year 9. While I was a Rotary president, we started Rotaract, youth club for youngsters. So that's what we need to invite them, support them, guide them. Just recently, we did a tree plantation for Rotaract Club. They were there. So these are the community events we need to involve with them that will take them to a good education. Good education will end up in good employment.
So I just wanted to explain that once you're on the local board, you're at a governance level. And so we don't actually do the work ourselves. We give the money to the people that actually know the good work. The people like the Otara Youth Hub, the people like Passion to Profession. Those are the experts on the ground. And so as a local board member, I want to support those groups that are doing good work for our youth. But where we can do in terms of governance is give the decision making to young people. And so with the Otara playground out there, we're giving the decision to the young people to decide the new design, the new location, and we're giving them the power to decide those sort of things that impact them. And so if I weren't on the local board, I'd love to do Dream Whono again. This is something that Efeso Collins did back in our day, and it meant that we could dream again as young people and not let people, teachers and adults tell us that we're useless, that we can't be a lawyer, that we can't be an engineer. Actually, we are dreamers and we can achieve our dreams. Whaftai lava.
Thank you. Two of the initiatives that we are already taking in the local board, and I'm very proud of the fact that I've been leading those two objectives. One is we have appointed an economic advisor, a broker, whose job is to actually promote and bring more businesses in Manukau so we can get our young people to be employed and getting education. Second one, I'm working with the Manukau Business Association to bring more tertiary education in Manukau, so we can create more training opportunity as well as job, and also we want some more tourists coming in. So that's why we celebrate our Polyfest, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Diversity Festival. So those are some of the initiatives that I'm very proud that I've been able to help start here in Manukau. And we're going to continue in that direction to get some more employment, more visitors, more tertiary education, and that's my dream in the party.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Education, education, education. I always teach my daughter education is so important in her life. She is running now 2 clubs, Zonta Club, UN Youth Club. I always teach her leadership and education is so important in children. Training, upskill the children, and so they can do capable jobs. If they are doing jobs and training, so they can't focus on other things, roaming around here and there. Let them learn anything, training, teaching. And my daughter also does hockey, underwater hockey. Sports is so much important for children. We will support funding for sports and for any gear if they need it. If they are not capable to get that, we can provide funding to them. Thank you.
Out of 160 elected members on the Auckland Council, I am the second youngest Second youngest elected member, and that's something that I'm proud of. I'm proud to be a young proposition for our local board area. I remember being in high school and at university, there were a lot of leadership programs that I was a part of that helped path my way to where I am today. And one of my goals is to continue to strengthen those pathways and to widen it for all of our other youth within our communities. There's two things that I want to talk about. Firstly is about our local board plan. This is a 3-year plan that sets the direction for council. When council departments do work for our local board, they look at our local board plan and they make sure that it aligns with our local board. Youth engagement, youth empowerment is one of the main pillars of our local board plan. So by default, everything that council does for our local board area is in the best interest of our young people. If I'm elected again, not only will I continue to support it, but I'll continue to strengthen this in our local board plan. Second point will be later. Thank you.
Thank you. Another big round of applause for all of our candidates. For our final question this evening, time has been extended to 1:30. 1:30 for the final question. So again, candidates, on the 1 minute mark, you'll hear the ding, and then at the end of 1:30, ding, ding, ding. Okay, the final question for our candidates this evening: why should Otara-Papatoetoe place their trust and vote in you? Again, the final question for our Meet the Candidate event this evening: why should Otara-Papatoetoe place their trust and vote in you? Asia.
Thank you very much for that question. So 3 years ago, I stood in this very position seeking your confidence, and it's been humbling to get that confidence. I'm very proud of the work that I've done, the commitment that I've made on the board to represent not just Papatoetoe. I'm elected by Papatoetoe, but I represent Papatoetoe and Otara. I became an engineer because science answered all my whys as a young child. As I became older, my questions about society began to change, and science didn't answer that. Without knowing, it led me down the path of politics. I've always had the view as a young person that, it is what it is. It's always been like that. But as I got older, it wasn't what it is. A lot of the things that have happened has been a result of people in decision-making tables, and that's what's led me here to the local board. I'm putting myself forward because I truly believe that I can effectively represent the needs of you and your family. My role as an engineer gives me exposure to operations. I specialize in infrastructure asset management. And when you're sitting on the decision-making table, there's a lot of presentations that come and they present to you. They only have half an hour and they move. Then another different part of council will come and talk about something else. And you've got to be able to interpret that information effectively and provide strategic advice to the council departments so that they operate in the best interest of our people. Over the past 3 years, I've been able to refine on that skill and I can hit the ground running.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
That's a very good question. As you can see, I'm a migrant. Being a migrant, I've been through a lot of things, and I'm here from grassroots level. I have worked 7 days a week. My child has been looked after by childcare, working 7 days a week. I know how it's been like working so hard and where our rate money is going. Our hard money should go in our pocket, not in the ratepayer or cost of living. I don't agree with that. We should keep our pocket money, salary in our pocket. I come from the Sikh family. As a Sikh, we believe in seva. Seva means we work for people who need us. While there was COVID, Sikh people serve who needs food, who needs shelter, who need medicine, anything. I keep those beliefs and keep serving our community as a justice of peace. I serve everyone. I don't look that this is from this ethnicity or that ethnicity. I'm serving already, engaging with people. I will keep doing that. Vote for us.
Just before our next speaker, please reminder to all our candidates, your full and undivided attention for every speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. One thing I take pride in is that I've been I've done a lot of things first time in my life. For example, being a professor over at Massey University, first Asian to be a professor there, first Asian, if you like, in the Parliament, and first Asian in South Auckland to be in the local board. The reason I'm doing those things is because I want to make sure that all our people are represented in decision making. And I'm very proud of the fact that I can think for myself. I think for what is appropriate, what is justifiable, what is good for all our people, not just one group or one individuals. And that's what I want to carry on doing it so we can, serve all our people. And this is my strength. I believe that I will always be on the right side of things. I always believe in justice, in equity for all our people, and want to continue to serve our people irrespective of what their background is, or ethnicity is, or race is. I want to serve. And that's what I think, continuing my journey, I'll be carrying forward. Thank you.
I'm joined with my sons at the back there, my siblings, and one of my siblings is a doctor, another one is a police prosecutor, another one is a HR. And so we're products of South Auckland. We love to be living here in South Auckland and serving South Auckland. We could have gone to Australia. We could have got paid more somewhere else, but our heart is here in South Auckland. And so on the local board, people might promise you the world. They might promise you that they'll do this for education, this for health. But actually, on the local board, you are limited in the power that you have. You are limited because you have to look after the pools, the leisure centres, the playground. This hall here is looked after by the local board. That's where our governance and power is. And that's what the record that I stand on and our team. We have provided new playgrounds for South Auckland. Hayman Park, that's the first destination playground. And that's exactly the work that the local board needs to do is in those areas. So when people say, I'm going to do this and that, actually, is it within your power? And so I want you to look at the record that we've provided as a local board in the last 3 years, under Lotu's, when she was chair, under Efeso Collins. We have been working year after year, bringing resources to South Auckland. And so I come back to my sons at the back there. Every decision I make is for them and their generation and the generations to come. Is this decision going to make their lives better and the ones that are going to come after them? So hopefully that shows the heart of myself and our team, is that we want to serve our people because we are from this community.
Thank you.
We made New Zealand home. Now Papatoetoe is our home. I live there with my family, my wife who is a lawyer, my son who is in the university, my daughter, she goes to year 6. So we live here. We are one of you. I'm a lawyer, entrepreneur, a business person, a community advocate, Rotary member, service above self, created Rotaract, work with local Papatoetoe Cricket Board, Sanskar Charitable Trust, promote culture, our history. And we are here more than 10 years in Papatoetoe. So we are aware of the local issues, what local board does, how they do. Our labor team is really doing great in South Auckland. And we want to do more. That's why you need a person like us, a lawyer, who knows how to make a case, how to communicate with authorities, what support you need to bring that case. If you need more money in local economy here, you need to make your case. If you need more community hub, youth hub, you need to make your case. You need to force Auckland Council, the mayor, to bring the money here or make safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I serve as an advisor to the Ministry for Pacific People. I also serve the Māori Health Authority as the Māori Suicide Prevention Coordinator. I've also served the Ministry of Justice, all of our courts around New Zealand, around how to navigate and better their systems to support victims of family violence and sexual violence that are engaged in the process. And currently, I'm working with our young people that are experiencing homelessness, helping them find accommodation, as well as supporting young parents under the age of 18 that are living at home with financial hardship. And so these are the things that I advocate for. The well-being of our children, young people, and families must come first. And then all of these other things can be achieved. And I'm honestly going to say, fams, if none of these things resonate with you, then don't vote for me. The reality is my heart for our well-being of our families will always come first. And that's what I'm still going to do, and I am still going to continue to do. If the well-being of our children, young people, and families is not on your priority list, then don't vote for me. But I will always advocate that the well-being of our communities, families, children, the future of our country must come first. And everything else that everyone has said will then follow. Mauri ora.
Awesome. So I was born and bred here in Otara all my life. I was born into service. Mom and dad and family, can you guys give everyone a wave? So I was born into service. Mom and dad, you guys might know them. They're very well known in Otara, and they set the example for me. They were my role models. They were the shoulders that I leaned on when I needed help. And I experienced firsthand the struggle that we experience here in South Auckland. So yeah, I know what that feels like. I know the solutions to come up with it. Obviously, like Reece said, they have limitations on the local board. So we got to work with what we have. And I think that I would be a perfect advocate for the young here in Otara. I also think they should vote for me because I bring a fresh energy. I can relate to youth, and the best way that we can connect with them is through their phones, because that's where they're at 24/7 on TikTok, on Roblox, you name it, they know it all. And I think that's the way that I can relate with them. I have a young perspective. I have a young energy and fresh energy that I think I can bring to the table. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. So, born and bred here in Otara, and I grew up in Dawson. My father used to work on the power board, and my mum worked a variety of factory jobs. I remember sleeping in jackets, actually in the factories, while my mum used to work overnight, punching buttons into jackets. And it was their hard work and their work ethic that helped us build our hopes and dreams living in Otara. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do today. And I have no intention of moving out of Otara. My kids, they live, eat, pray, school, everything here. And I want them, like the rest of our community, to know that you can live here in Otara-Papatoetoe and be a success and build your hopes and dreams here. And we all can. I loved what V and Apulu Reece said about what we actually can do on the council. What many people don't know is that when you get onto a local board, you actually have advisors that bring things to the table for you. They've gone out and done the work. And unless you're connected into the community and understand what's going on there, you could take what these advisors give to you and think, yeah, that's what Otara wants. Yeah, that's what Papatoetoe wants. And I believe that's why Otara voted me onto the local board 2 terms, because of my connections in the community. I set up one of the most mobilised neighbourhood networks, which operates here in Otara. And when we get things out, when things are being changed or consultations are going out, the very first thing that our local board taps into is that street network, because we need to go right and they need to know. Otherwise, we'll be making decisions for you guys that aren't fit for you.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
I'm Carol Avoa. I'm listening to our community. I'm asking that you let me be our voice, because we need people to stand up at Auckland City Council. We need people who listen. It's time for change, people. Look around you. Are you happy with our resources that we're getting right now? Go over to Manuriwa, go over to Remuera, and you look at the differences in those communities and the money that goes into those communities. We deserve that. We deserve better. We deserve to have a community that is safe, a community where people listen to us, and we deserve to be resourced like everybody else. I stand here because I'm one of you. I'm sick of status quo. I want more. I want more for our community. I want us to have all the resources. I want our resources to be better than what we have. And I believe we deserve that. So vote for me, Carol Avoa, because I'm going to tell Mia.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Kia ora whānau. One of the things I haven't done tonight is tell you very much about me and my background. So I'm an academic and a lawyer. I used to teach at many schools across South Auckland as well as overseas, and I was also a lecturer, teaching fellow at the law school. I'm still a lawyer at the moment, civil litigation lawyer and judicial officer. This term has been a really, really difficult term under this mayor and under this coalition government. We've heard how our people are struggling in this cost of living crisis. And I have to tell you, my years on the local board did prepare me somewhat for the governing body, but it didn't prepare me for what it's really like. The governing body is, compared to the local board, it's like a sea of sharks politically. So I've had to lean really hard on my faith, and I've had to lean really hard on all of the skills that I've gained over all of my years of learning. My legal skills have really come in handy in understanding the law and being able to debate with others across that governing body table, many of whom are multimillionaires, many of whom do not have the same lived experience as us. All of my skills in terms of speaking, I've taught, I've judged debates, and I've judged moots and things like that across New Zealand and across the world. So all of those skills have come into play. My oratory skills that I've learned from my father, who was a master orator in Samoa.
Thank you. Thank you, Foley. That's your time. Thank you.
So, although I'm not a gifted orator like Lotu or Reese or even Footy, I'll try and boil it down why I think that you should trust me. I'm a person that is very much part of our community. Like I mentioned before, both my wife's Samoan family and my own family are rooted in our Papatoetoe community. I work at the Papatoetoe High School. It was actually V that probably put the idea in my head to put my name forward for a local board initially. I'm youngish. We're around the same age, so not quite as young as Zach here, so I think I'm sort of that bridge between our youth and some of the older dinosaurs that are still around. No offense. There's 7 seats on the local board, split into our 2 subdivisions. Currently, obviously, dominated quite heavily by Labour, so I think I could come along, bring a fresh perspective, keep those guys all in check. Yes, for that. And like I said, I'm very passionate about our community. I think I put our best interests at heart. We've got a couple of our kids and their families here tonight, so I'd like to say thank you for coming down. Very much about service. Like Avinash talked about, seva, service, that's what it means in Hindi. Like Reese said, I can't just gap it to Australia. My wife says we've got to stay in PAP, so we'll make the best of a situation. So give me your support. My name again is Chris Latham.
Thank you,
thank you, Timekeeper, for doing such a great job.
Thank you. Today I stand as a Pride candidate. I'm very proud to be here. And all of this is possible because 16 years ago I made a decision. I made a decision to leave my home and come here. Today again, I stand in front of you with one decision. Either I can sit home and see what is happening and just don't raise my voice and can accept it, or be here and be part of the change. I want the change for us. When I came here, this community gave me a lot. And one thing in particular, they gave me opportunity. I want to return the favor now. I want to return that opportunity. The opportunity to prosperous our community again. The opportunity to bring back Papatoetoe, what it used to be a long time ago. Not anymore. This is what I stand for. You can put your trust in me. You can trust me that I may not be perfect, but I'm here to learn. And I may not be perfect, like, as he said, a lot of dinosaurs around. But yes, I can definitely learn. Thank you so much.
As I've said, I'm Kushma Nair, and I've spent 35 years of my life in New Zealand. And I'm very proud to be standing here in front of all of you because we live in a diversified community. And Papatoetoe is such, Otara and Papatoetoe is so diverse. If you go to Saturday markets, you can see what we can see. And it makes me proud because when I came in '89 to this country, I had nothing. Basically, I grew here with my children. They are all now basically in positions that they should be. And I want to give that opportunity back to our community. I'm just about 64 now. So I'm looking at, taking early retirement and work for our community. I have worked for the community back in Fiji. I have played rugby. I was in Apex Club, did a lot of projects. And I want to put that experience back into our community here. And I think for the youth, we need that. It's very important. And that is the reason I put my hand up to be a candidate in Papatoetoe so that we can make a difference. Together we can do this. Now the problem we have is very few people vote in this local board. Now it is very important that we have a diverse population, and we got about 44,000 people in Papatoetoe, but only 17% voted last year. So this year we expect everybody to please tell everybody, make sure you vote. The voting papers are arriving. Do it before 10th of October. Last day is noon, 11th of October. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I came in this country 2014 just with $4,000, and that's finished in 3 months. Gone. And after that, I start working 7 days a week, 12-hour shift every day. So if I can do that from that 11 years I'm coming, I can understand how the life is here. Why you can't? I want youngsters sitting here rather than, my friend said, dinosaurs and something, sorry. So we want that youngsters sitting here rather than these people sitting here. So more people, after 3 years, I want to see young faces over here rather than we want their experience. They are experienced. We want experienced people as well. We can get their guidance, but we want more youngsters has to become a leader. So I can understand the thing where I come from. I grew up here within 11 years. I done a business. I become a lecturer. I become entrepreneur. So I think so. You vote for me. That's my promise. And need appointment to meet me. I think so. The heaps of people over here, those you need to make appointment to see them. So you don't need any appointment to see me. Come anytime. My doors are open for you guys. Thank you very much.
First of all, I'm local. I'm committed. You can trust me anytime. Because over 30 years I'm in Papatoetoe, serving lots of communities, not only Islanders, Maori, Chinese, Pakeas, everybody, because I got a business in Papatoetoe, Print Center, over 20 years. I'm also a Rotarian. I'm serving lots of people in different ways. I don't count those things, but this is a community service doing for the Rotary. Also, I'm a member of Auckland Ethnic Council over 15 years. I'm a treasurer, doing lots of food parcels on a hard time, looking after all these needy peoples. With all the money-wise, food parcels, not only food parcels, with all personal needs, we did on a hard time as well. Why you can vote me? Because you can trust me, I'm a local here. I'm looking after all the communities, not only myself, not only Indians, because I'm going each and everybody's home. I'm not a politician. I'm not from a political party. I'm one of you guys. I came from your home, like you guys. I'm a family member. I have to come for you guys, work for you guys. Please look after me. Vote me because I need your support. Thank you very much.
I have to be honest, I'm pretty much living the dream, to be honest. I never thought that I'll be, elected into one of the highest office locally, as a local board member. But here I am, I ran as an independent last time, and I was able to, to get elected. And in this term, I've joined my whānau, my family from Labour, because I know that our locals here believe in them. And so I've joined their family. But it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always an easy, a journey. My mother came here as a single parent to 3 boys, and I was the youngest, in 1987. And we struggled. So when I look out into the young people here, We grew up in the housing situation and also on the benefit. You know? That's how we grew up. So it's not an easy path to get to this path, but it's possible. I'm gonna take the theme that my colleagues have said. It's not an easy path. I'm not gonna give you promises. It's gonna be hard work. It's competitive here. There's only 3 positions and some positions, but look at all of us here. But I'm glad that if you trust in me, that's the thing I take, because I know that's my community. I'm lucky that my wife is there, you know, and our 6 children. She's a lecturer, I'm a full-time worker, and she still finds time to look after our kids as we raise them here. And that's what grounds me. That's where I'll go back to once I finish here.
Thank you.
First of all the best to the candidates and good luck. If you look on those murals in Otara, those murals you see there, Fuimana, Ermin, the late great OMC, I'm the last founding member of Otara Hip Hop and Music in Otara. I was the little homie. If you look at the songs of How Bizarre, the first line goes, Brother Pele is in the back, Sweet Zida's in the front. My name's Pele. So, you know, had the ability and the chance to go overseas when I was a young kid. No one supported me but my mum and my brother. Because I had a dream as a youth. Going overseas was the most scariest thing in my life, but the greatest thing. Because I could come back with knowledge and experience. Fast forward to now, we're still doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, the only agenda I have is information. I want to bring information to our community, our currency. If you want to vote Pele Nili, then make me a gatekeeper so I can kick the gates wide open. If you want to know about how to do a trust fund, if you want to know information on how to keep a house, get away from renting, how to make more money, especially you rangatai, parents, how to create their own stores in there. There's only like a few Pacific Island stores in there. My uncle, Saipele Vaimoso, was the first barbershop owner, Pacific owner in Otara. That's where my entrepreneur's skills started from.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vote Pele Nili.
My name is President of Manukau, son of Bekauka Manukau and Lessas of Manukau. Vote for me or not, I'll still be doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, I've struggled. I've struggled just like you. My mom's still struggling now. I stay with my mom and my 2 girls, and if I was to get elected, I'll still do what I'm doing now, and I'll do what's possible. If it's possible to do things that I'm wanting to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And I also take advice from people like Swani. I talk to people like Tizo, brothers like Kao, like people that's already been doing things in Otara. I take advice from them, and yeah. So if I get elected, I'll still be taking advice from them. I'll take advice from people as well that's already in there. I won't be selfish. I'm just gonna share knowledge with everyone. I only just decided to do this recently, and yeah. One of my main purposes is just to show my 2 girls that, my 2 nieces, that it's possible to do anything. So win or lose, I'm just happy I made it over here. This is pretty far for me right now, and I just want to show everybody that it's possible. Yep, we can do anything, whatever comes to mind, we can do it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for your candidates standing for the Otara-Papatoetoe Local Board and Manukau Ward. Also, some final acknowledgements before we finish our evening. Again, a very big thank you to our candidates and to you, our Otara-Papatoetoe communities, for coming out this evening. And for those joining us live online, for more details, please visit voteauckland.co.nz. We'd just like to acknowledge Leao Anai Zebrina Elena from the Blue Spur consulting team organising this evening. Our brother in the back who didn't have to do anything this evening, but we already knew, Dunama Security, Antonio, thank you. DJ Julius on the 1s and 2s this evening. Eseka and the team, G2G Productions. And also, again, for those joining us on live stream via the Blue Spur Consulting Limited Facebook page, and also to representatives of Auckland Council joining us this evening. Really appreciate it. I wanted to finish with this. I think it's an appropriate story to share, especially being here in the heart of the 274. Many moons ago, I had the privilege of sharing stories on air and that. And one of the great stories I always love to share, and especially for our young people, in 2018, I had the privilege to tell a noa with a lady by the name of Matamua Loretta Washington, born and raised in the 274. At the time that I interviewed her in 2018, she was the highest ranking Polynesian in the US Armed Forces with the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. She was in charge or serving a community of 50,000 people. Again, born and raised in the 274, and that's just one of gazillion stories.
My cousin.
That's your cousin? Okay, but that's always good, Billy. Awesome. So to the young people, the advice is always this: never live down to the stereotypes or the perceptions of others perpetrated on you. Go out and fulfill all the great things that God has for your life. Come on. With that, let's finish in prayer. Thank you, Father, for this evening. Thank you again for our amazing candidates and, Father, for their heart to serve Otara-Papatoetoe. Thank you for every family represented here this evening. And, Father, as we depart from this place, we declare your covering, your blessing, and your hedge of protection. And, Father, we thank you for the great communities of Otara and Papatoetoe. Bless the rest of our evening in Jesus' name. And everybody said, Amen. 3 cheers for Otara-Papatoetoe. Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Maybe some final mea ai there to do a bit of networking, but that's us for the evening. Family, don't forget, voteauckland.co.nz. God bless. Tō whāsui fua. So when you get all the candidates come together, or just take a photo, guys, okay. Sorry, guys. Let's get all our candidates together, or just take a photo of all our candidates. Thank you, candidates. All our candidates coming, please, in the middle. Okay, we'll just photos in as you wish. Thank you. All our candidates in the middle. Come on, yes. Okay, all our candidates, bring it in, everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, bring it in, show our heads going.
Yeah, turn up.